Gotta let them know I'm uncontrollable.
Hello guys, welcome back to another Lumby Trading recap. Yeah, sorry this is like an hour or so later than usual. Felt absolutely knackered before the market closed. I think I just had a quick nap around 3 o'clock market time and woke up now just so I can quickly do the recap and stuff. So yeah, don't mind me if I'm, you know, just saying weird stuff, or I don't know, if I'm messing up what I'm saying. Bear with me. So first I want to go through GameStop. Didn't trade it, as I said I wouldn't do it on the day trading side. I think it provides too much risk. I was only looking for one trade on it, which was right at the beginning of the day. I just didn't get a fill. I had a set limit I wanted to get filled within a 10-cent period, and it didn't fill me, so don't remember what it was now. It was just a 20 EMA strategy play, and so nothing too crazy. I think it was this candle here we were trying to trade. We were trying to break this low. We were trying to break, so you see we closed below the 20, pulled back to the 9 EMA. I was trying to break the new low, so I had a order out from 148 to 178.90, just didn't get a fill. Then it flushed down, so that's what I was looking to trade on there. Didn't work. It would only been I think it was like 25 to 50 shares I was looking at, so even if it went $1 against us instantly, we could have just sold out and we would be alright. However, this is on the swing side of things. As you remember, I think I posted in the YouTube video and definitely on the Instagram, I do have poor man covered calls currently on GameStop to trade. It's a way I could trade them bearishly without having to sell, without having to buy puts, because obviously if implied volatility goes down, I can still lose money buying a put. So doing poor man's covered calls, I keep the premium as long as the price stays below. So that's how I trade it. So I currently own 2 sets of poor man's covered calls on it. The first one being a 125 to 150 strike that expires this week. So it's good to see that GameStop is down 33% today and now below this 120 area, because currently now I'm at my max profit. And I think tomorrow I will probably buy back these options just in case we get a pop on Friday, which I wouldn't be all that surprised, maybe like a relief bounce. So I'll probably look to buy those contracts back, just so I can reduce risk and just keep the money on the table. And then I have another set of ones around 250, I think 250 to 275 poor man covered calls that expire about 2 or 3 months out. So it would be highly unlikely for those to happen. So that would be a nice, I think it's about $2,500 in premium we'll keep if both expire worthless. If the one tomorrow, or the one that expires Friday, expires in the money, and the other one expires worthless, I think we still make around 2,000, because the one that's expiring this week is a smaller amount, so that's all good. Today's momentum though on the other side of stocks was just super weak. There was a few good moves, but they just weren't available for me to short, so couldn't get any of those moves, so we kind of just had to make do with what we got today. Didn't really take any trades until midday, just a really slow start to the day. So we'll go from biggest winner to smallest. We shorted GIGM on this deviation mark. We had the next deviation down at 490. We didn't get the fill at 490, so we can average in, which was quite annoying because it hit it, pulled back, hit it again, but no fill. And then we literally just claimed this move. We just sold into the 9 EMA. As you can see, we actually broke even on 100 shares. Yeah, we made $2 on these 100 shares because I'm trying to fade some of my size out nowadays. So I left the 100 shares on the table expecting it to fade down, and then I had a break-even stop on it, so if it did come back, you know, I don't lose any of my profits. It did this pullback here. This is what I was expecting to do. I didn't think we would get this pullback. I was hoping we would get this fade down. With those 100 shares, I could have looked for, you know, to maybe double the win. Just by fading out the small amount of shares, and that's why I'm going to start doing it, because when you break even like this, you know, you're knocking off $5 or $10 on a trade. It's not too bad. However, if it tends to work out, you probably make $50 or so on the move, because you can hold in for a lot longer of the way, because it's such a small size. You know, you got a break even stop, you put a trading stop on it, it works quite well. So I'm testing those out a bit more, and if I see they fail quite a lot, I just won't do them, but test them out for probably this week and next week, see how I like them. The next biggest trade was an REI. Don't believe this was a deviation trade. Oh, actually it kind of was. On the daily chart, you can see the third deviation, or not daily, 1 day 1 minute. The third deviation is at 276. When I was trading it live, it was down at 270. It kind of popped through. I didn't have an order out, I was just kind of watching. Pulled back, so I was like, okay, cool. If it goes up to the $275 mark, that's where I look to short on that kind of quarter resistance. So I had my order out at 274, popped up to there, went up to 275, and then pulled back, and we literally just sold that pullback there, and made our money, which was 25. So again, nothing too crazy today, but got over $100 on the day, so I'm pretty happy overall. Next one is GLBS. Another trade that's not related to standard deviation. We got a 10% pop in one candle, or 1 minute. Yeah, you can see 10%. Usually when this happens, they will consolidate as they did here into the 9, and then get a quick fade down to the 20, or they do one final push and then fade down. In this case, I shorted this 315 area because I was actually chasing this. I didn't see it until this candle here, so I just bought in. Not a crazy size, I think it was 300 shares. It then went up, so I was ready to average down at 545 area. Didn't get up that high, and then faded down. And then I think this was around lunchtime, wasn't it? Yeah. I was gonna go and head out for a bit, go on a run and stuff, so I kind of just locked in the profit at that 510, because I didn't think, even if we were to hold on for a while, it wouldn't be that big of a move anyway. GRNQ is the next one for a $13 win. Don't think this was a deviation trade, was it? No. So we sold this at 297, which was, I think, near the peak of this move. 297. Yeah, we sold here, pulled up all the way to 304, kind of faded down into this 9 EMA area. And that's where we just locked in our profits, as you can see right here at the bottom of this candle, and then it pops back up and then faded out for the day. You'll see this is a common thing. This is usually when you get the double top. This is why I never recommend trading double tops, because all a double top is a bunch of failed double tops. As you see, pullback, that some people may be looking at that for a double top. Broke. I mean, that's all it is, just broken double tops until you get one that finally works. Easy to see in hindsight. However, if you start seeing weakness and you get this red candle here, this could have been a good sign for a double top reversal, but I don't really trade those too much. I just stick to what works, and this works. And then the last trade was on rail. Didn't end up liking this trade. The fills were absolutely terrible, so we can see we shorted this at 395. What time did we trade this at? At 147. So around this area. So yeah, we shorted this at 395. So this area, we just had quite a big pop. I think that's when it popped up onto the momentum scanner. Yeah, it was up by, well, at the end of the peak of the candle, around 4% in one candle. Most likely going to have to do some kind of pullback. It went all the way up to 406. Wasn't looking to add until this deviation. I mean, we weren't in with any massive size. We were in 300 shares for $4 stock. So not all that big. It's just where I was looking to get the main trades coming into the deviations. They just looked quite weak from that side, so I looked to trade that. Pulled back to this 386. I had my orders out for 390 and 385. No fill. And so as soon as we got this candle here, these two flat candles, I instantly just switched my orders down to a near enough. I just went and just sold them on the ask, which at that time was 392. So it ended up being a tiny trade. Would have been quite nice if we actually got the fills where we wanted, but you can't help the volume side. And then I kind of realised the volume was kind of terrible, so it's kind of a stupid trade to take. I mean, we were getting like a few thousand per minute, which isn't ideal, even if we're only trading 300 shares, because then we're literally making up, 5 to 20% of the buyers slash sellers. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to get out of there. Didn't realise how low the volume was, and that's it. Yeah, so that's it on the trading day. Not much else to it. $100, nothing great. I mean, actually, it's not too bad. $100 a day, I will always be happy with. It's quite a good day. Just it was hard to earn the $100 a day in today's kind of market where we just had to take tons of tiny small trades for them just to add up. But that's it for the recap. Hope to see you in tomorrow's, and that's it. Peace.
That if I get working and grinding, that I will be flying away on a private jet. And we suck it here, saying maybe